Evgeny Belosheikin from Sakhalin Island. That's away in the east part of the island north of Japan. And so he has come a long way to play for the Soviet national team and play now in Moscow with the Central Army. Wayne Gretzky has 2 assists in this game. 2 of the 3 goals he's been in on, so there's the story in the scoring race. And I guess that's about the way it is ordained. If I were to say who's going to be top of the scoring race, I would say Gretzky and Mario Lemieux and Makarov and Krutov. And then maybe I'd throw Messier in.
Here is that mixed Soviet line now. Larionov at center, Makarov on right wing, Krutov on left wing. Rochefort controlling for Canada. The Dale Howard shot. Intended for Anderson, tipped away. Crossman back at the Team Canada blue line, flipped it, and it went over the Team Canada bench back onto the ice, and that stops play. This is the Labatt Canada Cup on CTV.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming into this seminar will be awarded.
Canada 3, Soviets 1. Shots on goal in this second period. Dead even at 5 apiece. So Canada playing some defense to go with that vaunted offense they show in the first period.
Well, they're showing the best team defense that I've seen them show in the tournament. Again, this is all part of just becoming a team overall.
Here's Krutov for the Soviets, trying to center. Krutov in the grasp of Crossman, gets it in front. Pinching in from the point, Fetisov, penalty coming up to Canada. Delayed penalty coming up, here's Krutov. Back to Fetisov. Moves in, and then as Messier gets possession, play is called and a holding penalty coming up against Team Canada and against Doug Crossman from the Philadelphia Flyers.
Paul Stewart has refereed just part of one game in the National Hockey League. There is what he saw and what he called. And I think probably he was dead on with his call. Crossman going for 2 minutes on the holding. The one game he refereed was a game in which he had started the evening as a spectator at Boston Garden, and Dave Newell got hurt during a game between the Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens. If you want to start your NHL refereeing career, I think there are easier teams to referee against and easier potential games than the Bruins and the Canadiens. He had a good goal he called back in the game. He had a tough night, but he persevered.
Here are the Soviets with the man advantage. Makarov back of the net. Trying to drop it back. Kasatonov returns to Makarov. Now to Fetisov. He flips it into Krutov, but a good play by Rochefort. And Rochefort now beats Gilmore. Trying to quick pass to Messier. That's broken up. Up Gilmore, number 28. Back to Rochefort. He picks an opening and fires it down the ice. Kasatonov. Into center ice to Larionov, leaving it for Kasatonov. Flipped around. Muir missed it back of the net as it skipped on him. Now Fetisov, shoot, they score! Fetisov from the point, and the Soviets click on the power play.
Deflected shot. I don't know who was out in the high slot, whether it was a Team Canada defenseman or a Soviet player. Here comes the shot. That's Kasatonov. No, that's Larionov, who's in front of the net. Here comes the shot, and that went off, I think, a Team Canada defenseman in front. Fetisov with that low shot, which is a very deflectable kind of a shot. And Fetisov is likely to get credit for it.
Fetisov does get it. 29-year-old veteran and heralded as their best defenseman and one of the best in the world. Soviets score on the power play and have cut Canada's lead to 3-2. Fetisov from Krutov and Kasatonov. 12-11 the time. Here are the Canadians with Bourque firing it in. Here's Lemieux, an open net. Belosheikin got back in there and robbed Lemieux. Belosheikin went a-wandering and almost got burned, but slid out to save the day on Lemieux. This is the Labatt Canada Cup on CTV.
Maybe Mario Lemieux will be seeing this one in his dreams. Yellow-Shaken coming up from behind the net. He's gone back there to clear the puck, and it bounced off the boards, came right to Lemieux, and a yawning net to shoot at. Yellow-Shaken quickly back in. Give Lemieux credit. He was trying to bury that shot. He was really blasting it.
Here's Stelno from the faceoff, back of his own goal. Gretzky tried to steal it, but Gusarov gets it into center ice. Here's Bekoff moving in, but that play offside. Homatov, number 15, in ahead of the play. Offside at the Team Canada blue line. They tell me they nicknamed him the Rat in the Soviet Union.
It reminds people a little bit of Linsman. He's a very small but shifty kind of a forward, very much like Bekov for the Soviet team, but he's been in the Soviet Major League now for 7 years, played in the 81 and 84 Canada Cup, so this is his third time round here.
Here's Canada with a 1-goal lead now. Carrying is Hartsburg into Gilmore, tipped it in, but broken up and shot back out by Perbukin. Cleared back in by Canada. And now Fedotov back to get it to Semyonov, number 30. Semyonov rips a long one. And it's handled by Buer. Now Hartsburg controlling for Canada. Less than 7 minutes to play in the second period. Canada can't get it out. Now they will as Gartner intercepts. Here he comes with Sutter. Gartner rips a drive, caught by Yellow-Shaken, and he was halfway to the blue line by the time they whistled that one down.
And Sutter had him lined up too with that puck in his hands. I'd like to remind you that after the game, the Labatt Player of the Game for the Soviet Union will receive the new Canon EOS autofocus that never misses. Stop the game with the only autofocus camera quick enough to capture all the action. The Canon EOS, the official 35mm camera of the 1988 Olympic Winter Games.
Canada 3, the Soviets 2, 6:36 left in the second period. And Chinov against Messier. Messier getting the draw. They drop it back, but Murphy couldn't hold it in. And Bourque has to hustle back. Over to Murphy. Out on the left wing side to Messier. He drops it back to Murphy again. Murphy loses to Nemchinov, but recovered and is able to clear it. And Fetisov has to go back for the Soviets. His clearing pass knocked down by Kryakin, but cleared away by Murphy again to Howard Chuck to Anderson. Anderson pulled down by Nemchinov, and there'll be a penalty there. Here's Bourque for Canada. Into the corner on the delayed penalty. Giving it to Howard Chuck. Centered and tipped away by the Soviets. That stops play. And Nemchinov of the Soviets, number 12, will get a holding penalty right here.
14:04 of the period. Here it comes as trying to move in was Anderson, and he just wrestled to the ice. Tempo of this game is what's causing a lot of these holding penalties and so on. Speed the forwards are managing to build up coming through center ice. They're turning and getting a lead pass, and they're on the fly coming in on the defenseman.
At 14 minutes 4 seconds.
Canada with a power play coming up right here. On the night, Canada 0 for 2 with the man advantage. Coming into this game tonight, by the way, Canada with a 25% with the man advantage. They were 8 for 32 coming in.
They need a goal right here. The Soviets have stayed right with them despite the large margin of play that Canada had in the first period.
Nemchinov, by the way, gets his third penalty of this game. How about this power play? But Makarov breaks away, Coffey chasing him. Here's Makarov, and Coffey headed him off. Speed against speed. Here's Makarov to Kruta. He moves, it scores! Short-handed goal! And that's the Soviets' third in 3 games against Canada. And it ties it at 3-3.
Well, they got the two of them inside the zone controlling the puck, both Makarov and Karutov. Now the defenseman will start to chase a little bit. Great effort by Makarov right here. Goes right by one defenseman. Now watch the defense start to chase a little bit on Makarov, who's cheating just a little bit, and they got that angle. He spread him out a bit. And what a wrist shot that was. Right under the glove of Grant Fuhr.
Rutov getting the goal, his 7th of this tournament. A short-handed goal. And that's their 3rd short-handed goal in 3 games against Canada. Canada's still in a power play, but now it's all even at 3 apiece. Here's Hartsburg off the boards to Anderson. Into center ice to Murphy. Murphy winding it around on the boards. Goulet into the corner. Now Glenn Anderson. Anderson gets tied up. Makarov and Anderson fight for it. Hartsburg held it in. To Goulet. Goulet trying to center. There's Gusarov trying to get it up. Murphy held it in. Into the corner. For Dale Howard-Chuck. Fired it in front. Knocked away by Batisov. And now Makarov trying to work it out of there. Held in by Goulet. His shot blocked. Goulet has to hustle back as Makarov is after the loose puck. And Hartsburg takes over. Hartsburg tied up Krutov on the play. Now Makarov will carry in. And Howard-Chuck has it for Canada. 38 seconds left in the penalty. Here's Dale Howard-Chuck. Giving it to Larry Murphy. Cross rink to Hartsburg. Hartsburg trying to center to Gretzky. Into Lemieux, they center. Goulet, a left-hand. Rolls through the crease and Bekov has it. He's shut. Now Gretzky at the side of the net. And dropped Lemieux panned on it. Here's Mario Lemieux. Into the corner for Messier. Batisov trying to clear it. Bork held it in. Bekov blocks it, and here's a 2-on-1 Soviet break. Now 3-on-1. Omatov in front to Bekov. Tipped wide. And again, the Soviets just at the tag end of that penalty. And a dangerous chance. Now Lemieux trying to steal it. He can't. Goulet overskates the puck, and back comes Bekov. Bekov with Homatov now leaving it there. And Bork cleared it against Gretzky with Lemieux. 2-on-1 break. Gretzky to Lemieux.
Forwards in the game today coming at him. What are you going to do? Not much you can do. Watch it go by. Gretzky going to his forehead, feeding it over. Lemieux. Mario Lemieux's 8th goal of this tournament. He leads all snipers. And Canada has the lead again at 4-3. Gretzky now with 3 points on the night. 16:32 the time of the goal. Canada right back. Sutter to Gilmore, shoots him. Double taken. A stick save. Gardner with the puck. Sutter tried to center. Now Semyonov able to clear it into center ice. Rossman firing it back in, and it's offside at the Soviet blue line. Well, if you want to have a nightmare, have a 2-on-1 with Gretzky and Lemieux coming down on you. Coming up on our second intermission, we're going to have the head coach of the Soviet Union, Viktor Tikhonov, in conversation with Dan Matheson. Dr. Ian McDonald of Hockey Canada will be joining Dan. And Kelly will be around with the Toyota scoreboard, and Brad Park with his analysis and highlights. All that coming up in the second intermission of a very, very interesting and exciting hockey game here at the Copps Coliseum in Hamilton. 4-3, Canada leading. Rochefort over to Doug Crossman, and he flips it ahead for Gardner. Fellow shaken out of the net to shoot it up on the boards. Now Sutter with help from Gilmore, but the Soviets Lomakin breaks out of there. Lomakin leaving it. Rochefort there to clear it. Failed to get it out. Now does to Gilmore with Sutter. 2-on-2 break. Gilmore to Sutter. Shoots one. Bellow shaking the save. Sutter into the corner. And back up the Soviets the other way. Samak number 18. And Lomakin shot blocked by Costa. Centered. Misses Samak, who was alone in the slot. And the Soviets are back and get it. Stelnov clearing it in. But Crossman there.
He flips it out and flipped it over the glass. 2:14 left in the second period.
And Team Canada leading it 4-2. A very important goal from Lemieux and Gretzky. Now there is Sutter, I think, moving right in up against the boards. And this was a lingering kind of an affair. The play went all the way up the ice. They were way behind Semyonov and Sutter. Finally, Lundstrom, the linesman, moved in and broke it all up. Meanwhile, the play had been down on the Team Canada end a second or two.
Well, the way these teams can skate, it was down there for quite a while. Here's Bort flipping it up. Gusarov, number 3, back to get it. Fires it around to the boards, held in by Murphy for Canada. Flipping it in front. Howard Chuck couldn't knock it down. Now Gusarov trying to work it out of there. Bort came up to try and hold it in, couldn't, and Anderson has to go back for Canada. Got it out of the zone, and the Soviets with Pryakin take over. Pryakin banged into the boards by Messier. There's a puck flipped in by the Soviets, and Larry Murphy from the Washington Capitals back to get it. Over to Anderson, cross ice to Messier. Fired in, here's Anderson. In with Fetisov. Knocks Fetisov down. Fetisov back up again to clear it to Makarov. And the Soviets break out. Makarov trying to get away from Gretzky, and Gretzky tied him up and flips it back in. Soviets trying to shoot it out of there. Held in by Goulet. Demario Lemieux misses him, and Gusarov beats Makarov to Larionov. We're in the final minute of the second period. Here's Gusarov moving in, dropped it at Gretzky. Back checking, breaks it up, and here he comes the other way. Gretzky, stick handling in, Makarov intercepts. And the Soviets come right back. Krutov trying to go around Hartsburg. Coffey is there to cover up and try and flip it up. Soviets hold it in, Makarov. Back to Larionov, into Casatona. Casatona back of it at Coffey. Ties him up. And Coffey comes up with the puck and feeds Gretzky to Lemieux. Now to Goulet, 3-on-2 break for Canada, leaving for Gretzky. Into Lemieux, into to Goulet, backhander, turned aside by Beloshakin. And Fetisov has it with 12 seconds left. Held in by Gretzky to Lemieux. He dropped it back. Goulet was going for the bench. Now Gretzky cuts in, leaves it. Gilmore shot off the stick over the glass. 1 second left. And Gretzky just about gave Gilmore a great scoring chance. He did, but somebody got a stick in the way.
What a great shift that line had. And what a great shift that number 99. This is a terrific play, of course, as Gretzky stole the puck right at the line. Just lifted a stick, pulled it away, now chips it free, and he's alone. A bouncing puck to deal with, which allowed Fetisov to get set, so he set up Gilmore, who had his shot deflect over top of the net. But Gretzky and Lemieux and company, that last shift they had, what a way to finish a period.
Just 1 second left. Gretzky with 3 assists tonight. And it's some people been able to finish off some other plays. He might have 5. This time for the drop of the puck here between Lemieux and Pekka. 1 second left in the second period.
Look at them line up in front there. It's like a conga line. They pulled the goaltender too.
Yeah, Canada was 6 men up there with just the 1 second left.
You like to hope it'll be almost 2 seconds. It shows 1 on the clock, but it can't be, 1 4/5.
Lemieux tried to scoop it. It was blocked by Bekov, and the second period comes to an end. Canada outshooting the Soviets in that period, 12-9. In the game, 29 shots for Canada, 22 for the Soviets, and a 1-goal lead for Canada with 20 minutes left.
Different kind of period than the first period, but in its own way, just as exciting, as the Soviets have mounted a comeback and now trail by just 1.
This is the Labatt Canada Cup on CTV.